Hello, my name is Dani Boix and I am a researcher of the Institute of Aquatic Ecology of the University of Girona. One topic of my research is the ecology of temporary ponds. So let me to introduce these fascinating ecosystems to you. Temporary ponds have attracted human attention since ancient times. Even Aristotle includes some observations made in a temporary pond in his book History of Animals. However, they received poor scientific attention for decades, but this has changed in the last 20 years. For example, there was the false myth that the dry period implied a low aquatic biodiversity, but it is a human perception, since a lot of aquatic species are adapted to survive dry periods. Another erroneous idea is that the contribution to global processes, such as carbon cycle, can be ignored due to their small sizes. Nowadays, we know that these ideas have to be revised. Thus, recently, the role of temporary waters in carbon cycle has been identified as relevant and, therefore, scientists consider necessary to measure accurately their gas emissions, taking into account the ongoing climate change. In relation to aquatic biodiversity, there are floral and faunal groups that habit exclusively in temporary ponds, like some aquatic ferns and crustaceans, such as large branchiopods. The iconic large branchiopods are the most primitive crustaceans. Some of the living genera are older than dinosaurs, with an age of 300 million years. Its presence in temporary ponds is explained by the absence of very effective predators, fish. Moreover, a lot of other aquatic species, mainly insects, are also very interested in temporary waters. In some cases, because they are very productive environments. And in other cases, because they are the main recruitment sites of the populations. Amphibians are one example. Although their ecological interest and the existence of legal protection, temporary ponds are disappearing at an alarming rate around the world. Several reasons can explain this situation. One reason, as we already commented, is that they were poorly studied, even in those regions when they are abundant. Temporary ponds are shallow, and commonly have small sizes. This makes them very vulnerable. On one hand, it's easy to modify them, for example, to be used for water storage, and then they could become permanent waters. And on the other hand, they can easily disappear, for example, for agricultural purposes. But they are also very vulnerable to climate change, since hydroregime can be seriously altered. Hydroregime describes the duration, timing, frequency of the aquatic phase, and it's one of the main drivers of the community composition. Alterations of the hydroregime can be in two ways. First, an increase or decrease of the total annual rain, since in some regions increase is predicted, while in others decrease is expected. Second, a rise of the frequency of extreme events is expected, and it will also imply change in hydroregime. Finally, social awareness of temporary ponds has to be improved in order to avoid degradation of these environments. And that's all. I hope that this small talk helps to you to know and to protect these fascinating ecosystems and their amazing